I think focusing on the cause instead of the effect is one of the best things you can do if you want to manifest your dream reality. So what does that mean? Well, the effect is what you see in front of you, right? So everything I see like right now in front of me is kind of like an effect of a cause, and the cause is my mental, like the mental plane, and what has caused me to see whatever I see in front of me, and to be focused on the effect, which is like, oh, I'm just focused on getting the money, or just focused on working hard, like just on the like the physical aspects of getting what you want, is kind of like a weird thing in a sense, because if you don't have the cause that actually supports you getting what you want, does that make sense? So just like like if you just focus on the effect, like just working very hard without actually having like the cause, which is just your internal reality, in check. So like imagine I could work really hard for my business, or for my YouTube channel, for my Instagram. I could work very hard. Like it's not hard to work very hard, because you just have to work hard. But if I have like convictions internally that are like against me getting success, or like they don't really believe that there are people out there that can pay the amount of money to my business, or there aren't people out there that are going to follow me, or if I have those internal convictions, me thinking that just like working hard will get me there is just a weird thing. Like it doesn't make sense, because it's just psychologically it wouldn't work, because your mind works through like it works from your subconscious. And if you actually have subconscious blocks, like if you have your subconscious saying or knowing that people like what you want to do is just difficult to get by, if that's like your internal reality without you thinking like in your conscious mind that it is, but your subconscious mind is like has had those kind of memories from your youth, you've been fed different beliefs from your youth or whatever it is, that's going to be what's repeating itself. And that's why focusing just on working hard, focusing just on the effect of things is just not going to get you anywhere. Because that's, if you just look at it, how many people don't work hard in this world but still struggle? So it doesn't work like that. Like that's the interesting thing. Like people think it's about working hard, but it's not about working hard, because there are people who worked very, very, very hard, still struggle. And then there are people who don't work very hard at all and do not struggle, because they're not correlated. Like you don't have to work hard. It's all about your belief and what you believe is true fundamentally. And when I say fundamentally, I mean subconsciously. And so just like focusing on the cause, which is basically just focusing on reprogramming your beliefs so they actually support what it is you want to do. So let's say like what I do is I have a guitar YouTube channel, okay, and I have a guitar Instagram. So I teach jazz guitar, and for the people who actually follow me, they might already know this, but there I'm selling mentorship. And when I started out, I had a belief that nobody would pay because guitar players are broke. That was my belief when I started out. And right now, I actually sell my product for $2,000. When I started out, I sold it for like $397. Now I sell it for $2,000, and it's just because I changed my beliefs. When you change your beliefs, you also change like your trajectory. You change your physical work will not go to just, have you seen that kind of meme where you're just kind of taping the cobblestone, like trying to fix something? It's like if I would focus on getting like raising my prices to a market that doesn't have money, that wouldn't work. But when I start changing my beliefs, like, okay, but people do have money now, what that does is when I start changing my beliefs in that sense, it will change the way I work, because I won't be just working towards something that's just inevitably not gonna get me to where I want to go. It actually changes how I do stuff then, because when I've changed my beliefs, I'm going to start acting in the way where that's true, because that's basically what your subconscious mind, how it works. It's going to act in the ways that resonates with it. So if I've changed my subconscious to people who have money, there are a lot of people, and that's the fact, actually, like 1 out of 10 Americans are millionaires. So it's just like you having that mindset and just going after it and being like, I'm going to charge higher prices or whatever it is you want to do, you're going to start finding the answers. But it's from focusing on the cause, not the effect, because the cause is the main thing. Focusing on the beliefs, focusing on reprogramming, because then when you actually go to do the work, when you actually sit down and work, you're actually going to be in the best possible position to do the best quality work that actually gets you to your desired outcome. So that's the main thing. You focusing on the cause will, and that's when the effect just happens, right? That's when you start being like, okay, so I have to do this. That's when you start getting those mental nudges that actually take you to the desired outcome that you want. But if you just focus on working mindlessly without actually having a clear belief that actually supports your work, you have a clear internal world where you're actually resonating with your internal reality that you want to have, and the internal reality should be in resonance with your external reality. There shouldn't be you should be valuing your internal reality more than the external reality. That's kind of like the main thing here, and just seeing that as more true than the external reality. That's like the main thing. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. Like, this is not easy stuff. Like, I'm in a position right now where I've just invested a lot of money in a business partner, and I'm not gonna lie, it's it was pretty scary, but I don't have I'm still not I don't feel like my internal reality is different. I feel like I still am where I want to be, but it's still scary in a sense, because externally it's been hitting me, that okay, now I did this kind of have to work for my business to run, but I also have this pure belief that even if this doesn't work, I'm gonna freaking make it work. There's nothing that's not gonna make this work. Or I just have those beliefs in myself, and this is not natural for me. I did not have this before. I was just scarcity, oh, if this doesn't work, but now okay, this does, now I've invested in money, I have less money right now, and it's fine, because I've been investing in myself, which is a really honorable thing to do, I think. And it doesn't affect me internally. It doesn't affect it, making me scared. It just makes me kind of okay, cool, we're doing this, and then everything will solve itself. I think just having that kind of belief, you're putting yourself in resonance to get what it is you want, and you're putting yourself in resonance with also being in tune with yourself, and not being, because if you could just choose being very scared and being going into the scared city mindset, but that's not going to give you what you want externally anyway. So it's just kind of choosing that. I hope this video helped, and if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can just click the link down in the description, and I'll help you fix your internal reality. See you.